All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about the USL Cup. So just here, so you guys are aware, for those of you who maybe are first learning about the Cup, or just a reminder for everyone, because I know it's been a year since the USL Cup happened. It's no longer called Jägermeister Cup. It's Prinx Tires USL Cup. Might not have the same ring to it, but that's what it's called now. So let's go ahead and talk about the format here, so everyone knows what that is all about here. So, all right, first games are this Saturday, of course. This is throughout the country. Final game, at least from what we're seeing here on the Wikipedia page, it looks like it's going to be on October 4th. I don't think that's correct because that was my birthday last year, and I don't think they would be playing on what would that be, Sunday, I think? I'm trying to remember when my birthday would be. But anyhow, it's going to be sometime in October, the final game there. Um, the cup is split between two, so USL Championship teams and USL League One teams. You got 7 groups, each one with 6 or 7 teams, of course, depending on the region. Typically, groups are based on the region where the teams are located at, is how they divide their groups. So for a total of 42 clubs, 25 from USL Championship, 17 from League One, total 82 games. The group stage is from, again, this Saturday until July 11th. Then you got the quarterfinals in August with 8 clubs, semifinals, and final. Pretty much once a month. August, September, October is when that gets rolled around. It looks like October 2nd is when the final is gonna be scheduled
gonna
for.
gonna quickly. The USL site has it as a floating October 2nd to October 4th, so it's somewhere on that weekend. They
Oh,
haven't
okay.
said
All right.
officially.
That makes sense, just to account for any teams that might be playing another day. So sometime around there, beginning of October. So again, divided into 7 groups, and it's a little bit of an interesting dynamic here, right? So when we look at Czech Republic's group here, for example, we're the ones that have one of those 6-team groups. Other teams have 7 team groups. But for our group, you got AC Boise, the newcomers to League One, got Las Vegas Lights, Monterey, Oakland, and then Spokane. So we got 2 USL League One clubs there in the mix. Interestingly, this year, not AB Alta is not in the mix because they just scrambled it a little different to, I'm assuming, to help AC Boise maybe not have a travel to down south and Spokane. Being I think it just fit more not having AC Boise. Um, Now every team plays a total of 4 games, 2 home, 2 away. They don't play against all the teams in their group, which I know makes for a weird dynamic of sorts there. So, for instance, for us, we will not be playing against Las Vegas Lights as our opponent there, but we will be playing against all the other teams. So uh, that's pretty much how that works. And then out of the 7 groups, the first place team advances, and then out of the 7 groups, the best second team placed in any group is the one that gets the last and final ticket to the knockout stage, which is always a challenge. We know how this goes. We saw it last year. You're trying to do the calculator to see who scored more goals, because that's the criteria for calculating who gets to be up higher on the group as a level. And then also when you look at the best performing second place team, that's another one as well. So you got to score a lot of goals is the name of the game here in the USL Cup, or just make sure that you get the most points you could be in first place. So not an easy cup to play in by any means, because you have to be a solid performing team. And we remember last year that we actually were able to pretty much get to the final right without losing. And then, of course, we ended up losing in the final there. So we had a pretty good streak, and that's what you need here. You can't. So basically, you tie, you lose, your odds are really low unless you get that second place. But even then, it's still really low.
Luis, don't
So,
forget about the penalty kicks. We don't draw in this competition.
oh yeah, that's true. So you have penalty kicks if there is a draw after the regular time, no extra time like US Open Cup. They just go straight to penalty kicks. So I know we're just coming off a US Open Cup where we had penalties, but just so people know, yeah, that's true. We might potentially see more of that. Hopefully we don't, because we already know what we went through, and there is that. Now, if there is penalties, there is the rule that gets activated, right, where both teams do get 1 point, and then the winning team gets an additional point. If I'm correct there on that, right, Rion? They haven't changed that. All right, so that's how this competition goes. But even if you tie again, you don't want to lose a point. You lose a point even in a tie and winning a penalty kick, and you're still low. So yeah, that's the USL Cup.